What's up? It's your girl Beck. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be here with y'all. I'm happy y'all are here with me. Okay, I'm really excited for today's video because we're gonna be talking about something that's very important to me and I think is very important to other people, especially with the way that our country has been the last couple of years. I mean, really basically since 2019, 2020, a lot of people have been pushing the importance of becoming self-sustaining and having a self-sustaining family, because most people know those are really, really trying times for a lot of families in the country, struggling with, food shortages and things like that. Me and my husband, our dream is to have a homestead and grow a homesteading family and live that kind of life. And because of my spirituality, I firmly believe that what is meant for you will come to you. And I've just learned that a big part of manifesting is also putting in your own personal work to make the manifestation happen. And so, I have been trying to manifest this homestead lifestyle, this self-sustaining lifestyle, very less consumer, more do-it-yourself kind of thing. And I realized a couple years ago that I was like, in order to make the manifestation actually happen, I have to do the work to do that so that the universe can say, you know what, she's ready for that. Here you are. You know what I'm saying? I focused a lot on trying to grow my own food for the last couple of years and the pitfalls of growing my own food. I most recently took a cheese making class, so learning to make my own cheese, and I just feel like a big part of being self-sufficient when it comes to trying to homestead or be off the grid or however you want to call it is being able to make your staples: fruits, vegetables, bread, milk, cheese. Those are people's usual staples. And so I'm very excited because today I'm going to be making my first ever loaves. End up making about 2 loaves of bread, y'all, from scratch. Bread from scratch. Okay, maybe not scratch because I have flour and I didn't make the wheat, you know what I'm saying, grow the wheat and grind the wheat and all that to make the flour. But nonetheless, I mean, it's as from scratch as I can get and as most people can get. So I'm very excited. This is something I've been passionate about learning for quite some time. I do believe that the more you educate yourself on those things and how to be self-sustaining and how to have a homestead family, the sooner that dream will come to you. But if you're not ready, it's not going to land on your plate. If you're not at least a smidge prepared, we can't expect it to just land on our plate when we have no idea what to do with it. We have to know what to do with it first. So I'm about to hop into it. Peace out. We're gonna see y'all in the next segment. Let's just go to the next segment. Okay. All right, y'all. So while you can see me getting ready, all the health safety things, apron, washing hands, and putting my hair up and all that good stuff, I want to start by saying that I actually got this recipe from another YouTube channel, and that guy got it from another YouTube channel. And so I'm going to put all the details in the description, but let's go ahead and get started. So having my environment really nice and tidy is important to me. So that's why I'm using the aluminum foil. It did get a little slip and slidey a couple times, but it did its job. Let's look at materials here. I have my bowl. I have 3 tablespoons of salt. Mine's pink Himalayan. I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 packs of rapid yeast, and 7 cups of bread flour. I repeat, bread flour. Okay, so now I have 3 cups of water at the temperature that the rapid yeast pack calls for. And I'm just going to kind of dump it in there. So now that I'm kind of dumping all the rapid yeast in there, I'm just going to kind of nice and gently stir it in. I don't know, try not to hurt the yeast or anything, y'all. But yeah, I'm going to gently stir it in, get all the edges, and just get it nice and in there. Now, I know some yeast needs hydration time, so it has to sit. Some does not. This one did not, so I just started adding the flour in. And as you can see, I'm just kind of shimmying it in. And this is that 7 cups of bread flour. It's very important to remember. And I'm going to add in the salt, and I'm also going to add in the olive oil. You can also substitute for coconut oil or whatever oil you'd like. Y'all can see here. And I'm just going to start to mix it together. Now, y'all, my mixy thing broke. Okay, y'all not going to see it here, but my mixy thing broke. So by the end, I just started mixing it with my hands, and this was the outcome. So this is when I started kneading the dough, and as you can see in the background, I did set my microwave timer to about 8 minutes because the video that I watched, that's how long he did it, and he was just like, he didn't want to overwork the dough, so I was like, okay, follow suit. And y'all, oh my gosh, your girl was struggling so hard. I was putting so much work and effort into kneading this dough. It was kind of lumpy at first, but I would say if this happens to you, just keep kneading, put your back into it. It will start getting softer. This is what it came out as, and I covered it for about 15 minutes, set the timer, and then I came back. All right, y'all, we are back 15 minutes later, and it's time to start shaping. I put a little water in there and on my hands because I am baking at a higher altitude. So for my folks who are also baking at a higher altitude, this actually really did help with some of the dryness. So I went ahead and added some flour on the top and just kind of shaped it into a nice size, like just a nice little ball, something nice. And made it so that it would fit nicely in my bowl. All right, here's my bowl. I'm just going to go ahead and set it in there. I put a little flour on the inside of the bowl. He didn't tell me to do that, but y'all, I don't know. It felt right, so I did it. So I put it in there nice and gently. And this is when I was like, all right, we're going to go ahead and cover it for about an hour and let it rise. All right, y'all, so she has risen, and look how beautiful she is. And I also have 2 pans here that I already buttered for nonstick purposes, obviously. And I'm gonna get ready to just kind of shimmy her out of this bowl. And to be quite honest, eventually I got a little lazy and I just decided to flip the bowl over and pull her out. Once again, there was a little dryness on the top. Like I said, put some water on your hands. That's just high altitude baking. So yeah, here I am kind of just flattening it out and getting ready to make 2 halves so I can make 2 loaves. Now that I have my 2 halves, I'm going to start shaping a little bit more and kind of pulling the dough out a bit so that I can fold the edges over to start making my bread loaf shape. So you can see that happening here. And I did add some water because the bottom, like I said, it just felt dry. So I was like, put some water on my hands. Alright, so now I'm getting ready to fold the sides over. So I'm going to kind of fold at an angle. I messed up here, so I restarted. So I'm going to try to fold at an angle and try to make kind of a triangular shape to where one side is skinny and one side's kind of wide. The reason for this is because we're going to roll it, and we want it to kind of roll like seamlessly like a burrito. So here I take the end, I tuck it, and I start rolling it. The first one I did kind of tight, and I actually think it worked out well, but the second one was a bit looser. But yeah, you're rolling it, you're making your burrito shape, and then you want to flour it up once you make sure that seam is really tight. I do want to quickly point out that in the original video that I watched for this recipe, after he cut the dough in half, he did let them rest. I believe it was a 15-minute rest before he made these little burrito rolls, but I forgot that part, so yeah. So here they're both in the pan and they look great. I'm gonna cover them for another hour and wait for them to rise. Hi, it's me. I'm back again. Okay, so they have risen, y'all, and they look great. I wanted y'all to see up close kind of what one looks like. And of course, my husband is going to come and kiss the bread before they go into the oven because that's how he is, and I love him that way. All right, so these bad boys are going in the oven at 400, and they're going in for 35 to 40 minutes. And yeah, let's check back in later. All right, y'all, so it's been 40 minutes or so I'm going to go ahead and check and see if they're done. The tip is tap on the bottom, tap on the sides, and if she sounds hollow, she's done. All right, so they are done. I'm going to set the first one aside and pull our second one here. Y'all, don't they look so pretty? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some butter on top. This just helps with preserving it and making it less dry. Okay, and they look very shiny. Okay, I didn't have a brush, so don't get mad at me, but I'm using a paper towel, and use a brush if you want to. Okay, I'm just using a paper towel right now. All right, don't hate on me. Okay. Wow, y'all, she looks so great. Of course, we gotta cut a slice. The taste test portion must ensue. But do y'all see the steam coming off her? So this is just a look of the inside. And my husband's back there eating a piece. And y'all, she turned out pretty darn good, I must say. I do like the recipe. I think it worked out really well. I did skip a part, so I will say that. However, it still rose just fine. It still cooked just fine. I think I was nervous at the end because I was like, yo, why is the crust like giving too much crust? Like it just felt like the crust was a little harder than I would have wanted. But this morning, when I checked the crust, it was softer. So I'm gonna show y'all. So this is the bread that I made, one of the loaves I made last night. I kept it in one of the bags of bread that I had before. So just disclaimer, this is not the bread that was originally in this bag. Yeah, last night it just felt like it was a bit harder, but let me just show you guys this morning. So yeah, this morning, see, it's got some cush. It's got some cush to it. It's got some squish. So I'm feeling like the bread is a lot softer. So I would say that bread aged like fine wine, okay? And I was able to cut some slices this morning. I gave my daughter a couple slices of toast this morning with it. And obviously, of course, I gave myself some toast as well. So all in all, I really like the bread recipe. I'm probably gonna try it again and tweak a couple things so that it comes out a little more to my liking. Maybe add a little bit more salt, things like that. But yeah, y'all, really remember and keep in mind the things that I said about being a self-sustaining family and the country and all that wild stuff. But it's just really important to make sure that if anything should happen, you can take care of your family. You know what I mean? And yeah, y'all, leave comments down below. Leave me some tips for things I should do better next time. If you are someone who makes bread regularly, love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, comment down below, share, all that stuff. And I will talk to y'all next time, okay? Peace, 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 peace.